Okay. All right. So Dr. Hal is unable to get on the call today. So we still have Michelle and Brandon and I, and also some other from the Hopkins team are available. So we just wanted to still meet with everybody. Most importantly, because we have a PCORI check-in meeting this week with the funding agency. And so we wanted to try to get an update from everyone on where you're at, how things are working out. So again, welcome. We already got that started. So the milestone check-in meeting we have with PCORI is scheduled for this week, March 22nd. And so this is a time for Center and the Hopkins team to get on the call with PCORI and go over each milestone and give them an overview of where we're at and what's going on with any major delays on the study. And so we really are looking forward to hearing any updates that your site can provide us so that we can share that with them this week. Again, these are just the quick slide of the milestones. I think most importantly, Brandon's on the call, so he'll talk about this. We're getting to the point where he's about to begin sending out some data reports for those sites, especially the ones who have been started for a while, and then just give us an update on where we're at with the data at this stage in the study. So just our site-by-site milestone updates, very similar to last month. We have a lot of green. We have the last 3 sites. So Utah, San Diego, and South Carolina are still pending the launch. Utah was able to get us their data. San Diego has a part of their data, and we're still waiting on South Carolina. And so it's actually coming along. We just need to get these red things over to the green status, and then we'll be good to go. So thank you everyone for your efforts on that part. So Brandon, you want to take over this on where we're at with the pre-implementation and what that's going to look like?
Sure. We have started looking at data by each individual site. I have been compiling data so that we can analyze all site data collectively to ensure that we're doing it in the same way. There will probably be a few questions coming out to each individual site just to confirm that that all of the data is accurate. As you can imagine, there is wide variation in the number of doses that are reported as being prescribed by individual sites. So I just want to make sure that everything that we have passes what you would potentially expect. And with that, I think that we'll probably be reaching out to individual sites for their own identified data. We're not going to be presenting, at least as far as I'm aware, the identified data for all of the sites on this call. Lizette, am I correct in that?
You're correct, yeah.
Okay, and then in looking through some of the data that has been submitted, one of the things that I noticed that is a little different than the previous slide, some sites have submitted 2020, 2021 data, some have done 2019 through 2021. I want to make sure that I reach out to each of the individual sites that we have the complete data for the 2019 through 2021 period. And as we move forward with the implementation, we will be asking for 2022 data. Some sites have already submitted that, but we hadn't asked for it specifically across the board up until this point because we wanted everyone to be able to focus on setting up the real-time alert.
Yeah. And Brandon, this is actually a good segue. So right before the call started, John from Christiana brought up a great question on the data use agreements. So he was mentioning that the original data use agreement had the original project beginning and end dates, and now that we've extended the project out, we need to amend those data use agreements to include that. And so I think that would actually flow in with the year added also. So I will reach out to the Hopkins contact on the DUAs, and then we'll follow up with each site on making that amendment to their data use agreements.
That's a great point.
Okay. Anything else on that, Brandon, or we're good?
No, I think that covers.
Dr. Hala Makhlouf is a 63-year-old NIH pathologist who has a history of an unprovoked superior mesenteric vein thrombosis.
You're on mute.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, I think they got it.
HIPAA violation.
Okay. All right. So the next thing we have is our nursing education. I know I saw Paul from Maryland on here. So we're doing really well with nursing education overall, all the sites. Everybody is well above the 80% mark, except Maryland. And so we know Paul and Dr. Kozar have been working really hard out there. The good news is they have seen some increases. And so they're finally at the mark where, they only need 10 more completers to reach the original goal of 80%. So Paul, Dr. Kozar, I know both of you are well aware of that. And so let us know if there's anything on our side that we can do to help get you over getting 10 more nurses to get this completed so we can turn that to green as well. So just keep us posted. Okay, so I think at the last meeting, we talked about the sites that were selected for the qualitative interview that Penn will be doing. I was able to get all the contact information for each of these sites. Again, on the screen, you'll see the 5 sites that were selected. The contact sheet was shared with Penn last week. And so they are, now that the IRB has been approved, they're going to be reaching out to your sites. They had, let me forward it here. Maryland, Paul, we're only missing the frontline nurse, and I know you're working on that. So as soon as you get that contact info, just shoot my way. If you want to submit a couple of nurses, we're only going to interview one, but whatever works best for your site. These are the roles that will be interviewed for the qualitative component of the study. So we're going to be doing the PIs, the nurse manager, frontline nurse, an IT alert builder, and then the researcher data coordinator. Again, it's only going to be one person per role. And so if you have multiple people in a role, you can go ahead and submit them to us. And then the Penn folks will work with your team to see, who's available at what time and what schedule looks best to be able to interview one person. Is there any questions on that part? Okay, and again, the site interview, just a quick recap, the goal is really to get an understanding from each of the different roles. We know that as we've been meeting on this project for over a year now, we know that every role is really important to the project, but it's also very different. And so the qualitative component will really give us some insight into each of the roles and, what it was like, what are some of the barriers and the strategies, and what each of your sites did to successfully implement and launch the project. So we'll be seeing.
Just to say that, I know that a lot of the PIs and research coordinators are part of this call as well. So, we're showing you what the goal of this is, but please be completely honest in these interviews. It's super helpful in understanding where the barriers and facilitators for implementation are. You're not really a blinded sample in this case.
Okay, and this is just our standard slide on the project documents, just so we have it in the PowerPoint. But again, everybody knows how to access this. And if you ever need a document, you can always email me as well. So now we'll go to the main part of the call today. It's the milestones by sites. John or Dr. Warner, y'all have an update for Christiana?
Not much has really changed. We still continue in person. The system still seems up and running. Still having the same, you get surges of missed doses, and then you get periods where there's nobody going on there, but the floor seems comfortable with dealing with it. The nurse manager is still on board with everything, so I think we're still in good shape.
Perfect. Just what we want to hear. And thank you, John, for bringing up the data use agreement issue. Dr. Kozar or Paul, want to provide an update on Maryland?
Everything's going well. No complaints. They've been contacting the charge nurse like they should, and the alert's working.
Okay. Any help that we can provide for the 10 more nurses? Any thoughts on your end?
If you want to come up here and help me beat some people into submission, that might help. But other than that, no.
Okay, let us know if you need Doreen. She's available if you need her to go out there and maybe talk to some people. She's willing and able to, and so just keep us posted.
Will do.
Dr. Karali or Sam from Oregon. might not be on. Okay, I'll come back to them if they pop on here in a bit. Dr. Knowlton, and I saw Shelley as well, and Dr. Spain, an update from Stanford.
Yeah, not much to update. Nursing education has gone well, and we're just going to be scheduling, I think, follow up on the peer coaching. And one question I had was just, do you know when the sites will hear about our participation in the qualitative study? So I think we had volunteered, but I'm not sure what the selection process was.
Yeah, give me 1 second. So Stanford, yes, Stanford was not selected as one of the 5 sites, so your team will
Okay.
not be interviewed. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you for your willingness to do it. Yeah.
Okay.
And then you'll be hearing from Brandon about the data report updates, because I know your site has got going early, so you'll get that from him.
Great.
This is Shelley. Brandon, I did send the missing data, the 2019 data. I put it in the shared folder. Since I was in there, I went ahead and submitted all the way through to 2022.
Thank you very much for that.
Thank you, Shelley. Okay. Lancaster, Dr. Bradburn or Joanne? I don't think I saw them on here. Okay. Wisconsin, anyone on from Wisconsin? Wisconsin is still doing well. Last update we received, so that's good news. What about Utah, Dr. McCrum or Judy, or any of you on to talk about your status on your real-time alert?
Hi. Oh, it's Dr. McCrum on. I'll let her speak.
No, it's just Emily from SICU. You can go ahead and let him know.
Oh, just Dr. McCrum still working hard and trying to get it activated. Everything's been approved, but we're just still stuck on getting it activated, the real-time alert. Or do you have anything more, Emily, since then?
No, I know that we took it to our Epic team and they advanced it to like another person. So hopefully it is getting looked at more closely.
Okay. Okay, keep us posted. Any update, even if it's, it's going to take a week or a couple of weeks, just anything is helpful. So just send it my way if you have any new information.
Okay.
Thank you. Dr. Costantini from San Diego.
Yeah, unfortunately, no updates. Dr. Clay, who's running the IT side, is on vacation through Wednesday, so I've got email into him and I'll bug him when he returns.
Okay, thank you so much. And Dr. Crooks from South Carolina.
Yeah, somebody's got to be the caboose, right? So our trauma emergency data and submit dose data should be, we finally won the fight with the IRB. So that should be with you guys shortly. I thought that was already, I thought it was going to be out at the end of last week. Real-time alert. I'll ping Buck Rogers again today. He was supposed to get back to me at the end of last week and let me know where we're going. Education materials are about to be printed, and then the peer coaching I got to schedule with you guys. Okay. So let me get that one set up. And we'll go from there. But we should move through this pretty quickly, very shortly, now that my IRB battle is done.
Okay, and Brandon, did you see anything on your end, like about his data? Was it submitted?
It hasn't come through yet, but
okay.
If there's anything that I can jump on a call or anything that would help with that, just let me know.
I'll bug Katie Kirchhoff today, Brandon. I'm sorry about that. I thought it was going to be to you by the end of last week, so I'll get on that.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, and Dr. Crooks, if you need Brandon, I know we had sent the original link on where to send the data, and then you've probably changed contacts. So if you want to just resend that, like who the newest person is, maybe they just need the link on where to upload the data.
You got it. We'll do.
Okay, thank you. Perfect. Okay, well, nice and quick and short. Is there any updates from any of the sites? Any questions or comments that you have? All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you for your hard work as always, and never hesitate to reach out to me if there's any questions. Have a good one.
Thanks, you too.
Thank you, you too.